the Red Sox trade Rafael Devers to the San Francisco Giants for Kyle Harrison and Jordan Hicks and some outfielder who I have the name Mr. Pibb in my head, but it's like Tibb, right? Jonathan Tibb.
Something like that.
Yeah. So Boston basically offloading Devers because he's unhappy. And I've been following, it's a huge story in sports, obviously. I kind of don't blame them. Like and you can say the Red Sox created all of this by signing Bregman. Also, like if you're Devers and you're getting paid all that money, like you can't thumb your nose at ownership. Like you can't do that and expect to walk away from it scot-free. I don't think this is Mookie Betts, like as bad as the Mookie Betts move was. But I can be wrong about that. But we don't have to debate that. We can now talk about the Red Sox, who are white hot, who just swept the Yankees and seemed like they were on the cusp of like rescuing their season, now trading their best hitter. And what this does for the San Francisco Giants, and we don't have to talk about like the 2031 Giants. Devers is already a DH. How's this going to age? As this deal's till 2033? How's it going to go? We talk about the 2025 Giants, who finally get that big bat in the lineup that they missed out on. Aaron Judge, out of respect to our Odyssey teammate John Heyman, I won't call him by his nickname, missing out on Shohei Ohtani. So Red Sox and Giants, Femi first, and then I want to bring Jake on. Femi, your betting take here. This could be short-term or over the balance of the rest of the year. Devers in San Francisco now.
Yeah, it's not Mookie Betts, I agree, but it's like a distant relative of Mookie Betts. It's just, I don't know, I get it. He disrespected them, but he's also like one of the 10 best batters in Major League Baseball. We trying to win games, or we trying to go sing Kumbaya? You know, like that's sometimes you already have a guy that's really, really good, and this team should be really, really good on paper. Like Bregman's coming back. I think the lineup would have been solid. Now, I don't know if I can buy into the Red Sox. And the betting market's kind of like that right now, where they're 20-1 to win the AL East, despite only being like 6 games back of the New York Yankees. But from a betting standpoint, it does make me want to bet on the San Francisco Giants. Like 89.5 is the current win total. I would actually bet that over. I think this team can make noise in October because they needed a big time bat. Devers is that with Chapman whenever he comes back. Elliot Ramos is there. Like that's a solid lineup to go with a pitching staff that has big boys like Logan Webb, Robbie Ray, who's won a Cy Young, who's now like found himself again, and who knows what you can get from Verlander in October. But I think the Giants now become a lot more interesting in October, and a team that I think you must consider to actually win the World Series. I think they can be that good with Rafael Devers. Would I bet them to do it? No, because they still have the Dodgers in their path. But like from a series to series standpoint, once we get to October, I do think I want to bet on the San Francisco Giants, and I definitely want to bet on their win total over of 89.5.
Jake, go ahead.
I agree with everything Femi just said. The San Francisco Giants announced themselves with this as contenders this year and going forward after they've been better than a lot of people expected, and that's been without Matt Chapman. He's on the injured list right now. That's with Jordan Hicks and Kyle Harrison being awful and Verlander being a 0. I also think this means that the Giants aren't going to just say, all right, we got Devers, now we're done. I think this is pretty much a harbinger of bigger things to come, of that the Giants are going to continue to make moves. Maybe it's not a Devers-esque, but maybe it's Sandy Alcantara. Maybe it's a bullpen closer here or there. I think that they're going to continue to try and bolster this roster in a year where they're already competing. They're only 2 games back of the Dodgers, and some of that's about the Dodgers and their injury issues, especially in the rotation. But I think Femi's right. The Giants can make a run here. They have a true star. They haven't had somebody hit 30 home runs since Barry Bonds.
That's crazy,
and
right?
Now they finally have somebody to do that. Devers has already got 15. I think they're going to keep adding. I think that they are super live to win the World Series.
All right, San Francisco, 10 games over 500, 2 games back in the NL West of the LA Dodgers. Jake, you first, then Femi. On the Red Sox, I bet Boston to make the playoffs about 3 weeks ago, and it looked like it was dead for a little bit. But they now won 8 of 10 and 5 straight. Just swept my Yankees at Fenway Park. But Rafael Devers out the door. Is this like I kind of want to do the now I like the Red Sox more thing here, but I don't know if I can. Like, what are you doing, Jake, if anything, with the Red Sox now with Devers in San Francisco with the haul they got back?
A haul is a generous term, but I'm not doing anything with the Red Sox. Like you have their fans melting down, like people saying they're retiring from the fandom on Twitter, and it's just crazy. And I don't think that that's a total overreaction. I get what the Red Sox are trying to do. This sparks the team, and that maybe Roman Anthony takes over as the face of the franchise.
They've won 4 World Series this century. Like this is not like they broke the curse, okay?
Yeah.
It's not like they haven't won since 1918. Like, everyone needs to settle down. Like, calm down here.
Like they won in 2018.
People hate Knicks fans and like all Red Sox fans like are flying under the radar here. Like, stop.
Yeah.
And I think that's insane from Red Sox fans. Insane behavior. And I root for I'm part of an insane fan base with the Yankees. I get it.
Yeah, for me, I don't want to do anything with the Red Sox just because they're hoping that this sparks them. And maybe Devers, there's even more bad, toxic behavior that we don't know of yet that we're going to hear about. But you're basically handing the reins to Roman Anthony and Christian Campbell and these young guys and letting Bregman be the leader there. But for me, it all goes back to the Red Sox rotation. Like, you're going to have Lucas Giolito and Brian Bayo be your 2-3 behind Crochet. That's going to work for you? I don't think that that's sustainable. I don't think that they have a rotation and a full pitching staff that's going to get them over the hump here. Their updated win total is 81.5, and I think that that's just right. Honestly, if anything, I would go the under, to be honest.
Femi, thoughts on the Red Sox?
Yeah, I mean, for the Red Sox, I don't want to bet anything. In fact, I want to bet on another team that's in the wild card race because they made this move. Like, I want to bet the Rangers. Because right now, Boston's plus 200 to make the playoffs. The Rangers are plus 185. Rangers are going to eventually get healthy, and this has been my thing since before the season started. I don't want to bet the Rangers to like win the West or whatever. I want to bet them to do the big stuff, and I think right now is like the buy point on the Rangers because like one of Seattle or Minnesota is probably going to fall off. I don't think you can trust both of those teams. One probably gets in. I don't trust the Red Sox. And in fact, I trust the Rangers a hell of a lot more than the Red Sox. The Red Sox have the potential to like kind of get off the rails here if like, things don't go well and like the fans are mad about this Devers thing. So for me, it's Texas plus 185, a little bit shorter of a number than the Boston number, but that's what I want to do off of this news because I think the Rangers are more likely to get to the playoffs than the Red Sox are. The market thinks so, but I think it's even to a more of a bigger degree there.
Femi, what do you think about Red Sox fans wanting to not root for the team anymore because of this trade?
No, they're annoying. Red Sox fans are annoying. I'm sick of them. And like, there's like actually a lot of like low key fake Red Sox fans out of hatred for your team, the Yankees. Like, nah, Red Sox fans are disgusting. Yeah,
which fan base is more annoying? Yankees or Red Sox?
I think it's the Red Sox. You guys at least embrace being like crazy people and like embrace the hate. Red Sox fans are like throw the rock and hide the hand. So like that's why I can't do the Red Sox fan thing. Like
Jake,
I'm good.
Yankees or Red Sox fans? Who's worse?
As far as I know, a Red Sox fan has not recently reached over the railing to try and stop Mookie Betts from robbing a home run.
That is a good
really,
point.
dude. It was really bad.
That is actually a good point.
Like good. Here's Goomba Johnny. Where if you cut him open, like it's the blood's not coming out. His blood type is Marinade. Like trying to take the ball from Mookie.
Could have broke his wrist.
What was that?